If you know Andre Dowdy, you know I love to laugh, and I try to find the funny throughout the day in education. And I've been doing this Laugh a Little series, and a lot of it's been elementary because the elementary students are pretty funny. Well, secondary students are just as funny. What I find out is what they do is that they are very creative when they don't know the answers to a question. And so imagine a test exam, a quiz, a worksheet, any of those things to formatively assess, and they don't know the answers. Guess what they do? They illustrate. Can you imagine with me not knowing the answer, and instead of not knowing the answer and going through your list trying to figure out what the answer it is, instead you start to doodle, you start to draw, you start to think of things, you start to plead, you start to try to bargain with the teacher. You start to do all of these other things versus answering the question. So you become creative in your approach, whether it be an octopus, whether it be a whale, whether it be Sonic the Hedgehog, whether it be you name it. You try your best and hope that your teacher has a sense of humor. You beg and plead with a ninja. You draw a bear over the question and then say, I can't read this question because there's a bear in the way. You draw a walrus inside of your math notebook because you just don't know the answer. And instead of saying this is Sparta, you'll say this is confusing. You'll draw a giraffe. You'll make a robot. You'll place your hand down and you'll trace your hand around it just because you don't know the answer. You'll even create a cat and draw a cat on your paper. You'll create a sleeping child in the place of the question. Or you'll just draw SpongeBob and Patrick at Bikini Bottom instead of answering the question. Today's students are just funny, whether it be Elmo with a knife, whether it be an anglerfish and you're drowning and you're using that as symbolism. Today's students are just funny when they do not know that answer. They'll just draw it. Whether it be Godzilla or a person in a banana driving the banana car and saying, can I please retake the test? When today's students don't know the answer, they'll just draw. And I am so glad that they drew because I laughed at all of these. Now, I probably would have still given them incorrect marks for each of those, but I probably would have put a comment or two in there saying this is great humor, this is great creativity. Well, today's students do just that. Please find some laughter throughout your day, and until next time.